Now let's get this show on the road before my jaw falls off again.
What's up, guys? We in the studio today. We've got Alan Gray from Black God Comics. He is the writer and creator of Grimm Bone. So we're going to get him introduced and get him to tell us a little bit about what's going on. Alan, you got it, man. Go ahead and tell us all about what you got going on.
Yes, sir, man. That's good to be here, guys. And basically just this is my first own. I've worked with other people, but this is my first book. Officially I wrote and drew, came with the idea. I was collaborating with somebody and we came up with a bunch of ideas, but one of the ideas we didn't use but I really liked. I said, nope, we're not gonna waste this. And that became Grimm Bone. And
Okay. So it was like maybe a project that would sometime otherwise be on the cutting room floor, so to speak, and then you just kind of picked it up and gave it birth.
Yeah, it was legitimately on the cutting room floor. Like it was ready to be thrown to the wayside. 'Cause I have a bunch of other, like book ideas that I was like plotting to do, and then this came, and I'm like, this could be for like kids, and that's an easier sell than some like dark fantasy for adults as like your thing. But like something kids can read is pretty easy sell for most people. So I figured Grimm Bone would be like my first kid-friendly foray into comic books on my own.
That's pretty cool. You get those kids at that young age, and you get them something that's like a entertaining story, but also a feel-good story, to where they get into it, and it'd be like the Wolverine for us, or Captain America.
Right.
It's hard to invent that, or I would say reinvent that iconic superhero, but if they could get onto something when they're young that's just getting started out and fall in love with it, they'd follow it out just like we followed out our childhood heroes through the years.
Well, the thing is, too, and me going through it, I kind of looked at it as almost like a ancestral veneration type comic. And let me tell you, you're gonna be a hit in the Norse pagan community, because that's we do a lot of ancestral veneration where we rely on our ancestors to give us guidance, and your book is really hitting, it hits hard on that subject.
I think that's important just with anything. Like if you have family, if you've had elders, and veneration of the past is important. Like we're so focused on, rightfully so, the youth. They're the future, and they need to be guided and pushed forward. But a lot of that guidance, we ignore, comes from our elders and comes from what comes before. Not only, their wisdom, but their mistakes. And, sometimes they'll tell you their mistakes. It's just that we don't listen to our elders sometimes, but sometimes they're warning you, hey, guy, I did that. That didn't work. Let's try this. And
smart, don't do this.
Yep.
I don't, and believe me, your elders, back, I'm blessed to still have that ear to the past sometimes in terms of the people I talk to. And all the time they say, just when we're telling you something didn't work, we probably tried it. Probably did it our way. And I think a lot of us are missing that generally, genuine advice from my elders.
Now, this group of kids in Grimm Bone, is it their grandfather or their great-grandfather that's doing their training?
It's their granddad. So, not no spoiler, but their granddad, he died.
Right.
He died a long time ago, and there's an event that happened that shaped the world the way it was. I don't really show it per se, but it's far darker than the show what the comic will ever show. So it's kind of like you get hints at it. Long story short, a cataclysmic event happened. A lot of people became spirits, but now instead of them just all going without choice, they choose to go.
Okay.
And those Grimm Knights protect those souls that stay, but they also help guide them to where they need to go.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot. I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
So with the Grimm Knights work, most of the time they work just like how most of these heroes work. They work like they just destroy souls. Like, well, no, they don't destroy them. They protect them. They guide them to where they need to go. It's like the spirits. Grimm Knights are like superheroes to them. They
Mm.
protect them from all these creatures and whatnot, but they protect humans too. They protect everybody. Like even the other creatures who wish harm on them, they still keep you safe. They just keep you from hurting other people.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they're like a balancing act. So the kids are like inheriting that duty, but also have to realize their parents are very powerful. So that rule's only established because they're strong enough to be able to hold that line.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have to get that strong to take that role. So that's a lot of the story is like them slowly rising to it. And I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh no,
Yeah, I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. That sounds awesome.
yeah. I can't wait to see the whole. I have to. Maybe I feel like I need to do like Netflix and wait till it's all out. That way I can just like what they
Sit
call
there
it,
and binge it.
binge it.
That's right.
I think of them like shows, you know? Like I think of shows like anytime I think of a story, it's like what would I want to see and most importantly what I don't care to see.
Mm.
Like I don't like wasted time.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we know what people want to watch. Like when you come up with something, like
Yep.
you know the part of the story that people are addicted to. And instead of making creative ways to pack that as much as possible, like I don't really care for the side character that none
Mm-mm.
of us liked in the
People
first. He doesn't need like 3 episodes spinoffs.
say the same thing about NASCAR. You show up and you watch the cars go around and around and around the track. We know they're going to do that. We
Yeah,
Mhm. Or like hockey, you're there for the fight.
yeah. Go to hockey to see them fight.
yeah, you know it's gonna, you know how it's gonna go, but you do want at least if I have to watch other things, they need to
Mhm.
be as entertaining as what I came for.
Right.
You know,
Taking the meat and potatoes and
Mm-hmm. We spoke a little bit before in passing about some of the shows that we watched as kids,
Mhm.
and I think you told us a big one you had was Codename Kids Next Door.
oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a classic for me too. Watching them, I mean, just their day to day stuff. But when they went in that treehouse, it was like it was all them.
It was kid centric interest. It was pure. And what I liked about it as looking back on it was that we all realized how silly this was. We realized they're making jetpacks out of like wooden boards and mustard packs, but they're soaring through the air like ships. Like ships are made of just duct tape, but they're shooting laser blasts. It's nonsense. So I just wanted that level of silliness,
Mm-hmm.
but with like legitimately structured. Like okay, maybe it's a little serious in terms of they're actually fighting real monsters and demons, but that same level of childishness that goes into it. Like yeah, these are creatures, but these are also like living beings that have their own quirks. And maybe this monster has like itchy armpits. Like every time he's holding his big blade, he has to stop and like scratch up. So like just something silly and irreverent to kind of
Mhm.
like that was my thing. Like we're dealing with like souls and like angels and the paradigms. So like I can't just give it to people because then no matter what, it'll be a little too heavy in a way.
Yeah.
But if I focus on the silliness of it and kind of pull out as much wackiness as I can. That's where the Looney Tune element comes. Because yeah, they're
Mhm.
ghosts. Half the time, we're listening to our elders. So a lot of communities move a little efficiently because you got someone who's been here for 300 years.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, well, hey, I think we should do this. We don't care what you think because Grandma said that we're going to do this.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That is definitely. But it also gives the element of like if we strapped on something in real life, like a suit or whatever,
Mhm.
we're gonna have some kind of itchiness or something. Kind of gives it that 4D texture.
Yeah, like I always like that. Like I feel like a story that doesn't have levity or jokes. I feel
Mhm.
to me that's you're not writing a realistic enough story. No matter how dark things get, people will make a joke of anything. Like we're
Mhm.
human beings. We're going to laugh. We're going to find comedy even
Yep.
in the darkest of times. So it's fun to make the serious story. We need them, but like I think more than anything, we do need to be able to like have fun with what
Yeah.
we're creating now. Like
Yeah, my grandmother always used to tell me. She said, and I know Dustin's probably tired of hearing some of these, but um, my grandmother would tell me. She said, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you need to reevaluate your life. And so I get to laugh at myself a lot. I
You
mean,
gotta
I'll
be
do something, I'll do something. I'm like, what was I thinking? But as long as you learn something from each time, that's the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Like, who's the everyday Alan Gray? Like, what do you do when you're not doing comics?
Other than work,
Yeah, we hear the
um,
pups in the background.
I got,
He's got that grave job.
I
Yeah,
got, yeah,
unfortunately, yes.
my dog Draco, man. He just got to start using the bathroom in the house, man. I promise you, he'd be awesome.
It
uh,
takes time.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, yeah.
I always tell everybody because me and my wife Joy, we used to train dogs, and I always tell everybody if your dog uses a bathroom in your house, it's your fault. And if I have one that's been trained by me yesterday, she gave me and my wife plenty of warnings, and she was just like, "All right, I got to go. I done been at the door 4 times."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it never gets perfect, but it gets better.
Yeah.
But a lot of the mistakes that dogs make, they're the human behind it.
Harsh.
And it's hard sometimes. They'll take them out every 10 minutes, or you got something going on, or you're. Like me, I know the frustration you have because I'm always working on editing, and I have my own YouTube stuff that I do that pertains to like Norse paganism and Vikings and stuff like that. So
Right.
I'll be editing and then editing this and then trying to make up new ideas, and the dogs will want to go out, and I'm like, gosh, I got to put everything down. So
Man,
I know exactly how you feel.
man, he's gonna come around though. He he's a tough one. So
Me, on the other hand, I've got a house full of people, and I'm dad, and there's always somebody. Dad, can we do? Dad, can I have? Dad, will you do this? Can we go get that? It's I know.
It's the same thing with the dog. Harley's always our little miniature schnauzer. I'm hungry. I want to go out. I need this. I want to lay down. I want you to sit down with me. I don't want to sit down by myself. Don't leave me here.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something.
and only thing with my dog is crazy that the bathroom thing we got under control because I had to just change my schedule to get him. He went to the trash can and like he just and
Yeah, I
just leave
still have that trouble.
it up, leave it all over the house. He'll be in trouble for it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you back out. And right back in the trash can. It's like, it was about a week of that, and I said, you know what? I think this is on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey man, your new home will be the garage for a little second. Come
Yeah.
out with you. Give you some time.
Mm-hmm.
Still take you out, and I still love you. Just
Oh yeah.
living room privileges might be gone for a little second.
Mm-hmm.
you know, gotta earn that back.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you. So do you guys have those storms that move through?
They did come by. Luckily not too close to us. So
Yeah, because you're in Arkansas, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it did hit last night, but luckily we weren't. It was like a good away from us. Like luckily we're kind of out of the area where most tornadoes usually come.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So semi lucky with that. We're like closer to Oklahoma,
I hear you.
so that was good. But we're just we're watching it, make sure we stay out the radius of everything.
That's right.
All right. All right.
Well, that's cool, man. We're gonna try to get a couple copies of your
Mhm.
first issue bought and read through them in its entirety, and maybe we can do a another interview or kind of after the first interview. It's not really an interview anymore. We tell everybody you're always welcome back in the studio. Call us, drop in. I know you being 4 hours away probably can't just drop in on us, but
Yeah.
and if there's new stuff coming out, if you notice that, hey, it's really taking off and it's selling, hit us back up, man. We'll try to put you out there and help promote you. I mean, that's what we do. We try to uplift everybody we talk to, and it's like Dave says, we all just walking one another home, and once
Yeah.
you're there, that don't mean you got to stay home. We might drop back in and pick you up again.
No, I definitely appreciate it, and yeah, after this one, the goal is when I put out another one to include more issues.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The goal is always to drop 3 at one time,
Okay.
but I wanted to see how people feel about issue 1. To be honest, I'm like, that's why I was like, it's only $10. Like, cheap. So like, hey, if y'all like issue 1, the next time it'll come with issue 2 and 3. So instead of 19 pages or 20 pages,
Yeah.
it'll be about 60 pages.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
you get the whole sense of the story,
Mm-hmm.
kind of get introduction, because how I wanted it was I wanted to introduce their like recurring bad guy first. So all these one-offs that they fight is like, oh, cool, but you keep seeing this guy every now and then. How they deal with, kind of like their Joker, kind of
Oh
like.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It may be a different villain, but that other villain will show back up in something or be involved in some other villain. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm setting up their rogues gallery now.
Okay.
I got you.
You know, Batman. Every episode you introduce a new villain, then you'll see him later. That's kind of the structure I went through. Like you see all their villains, see how they operate, then you see their grand scheme and how they tie together.
Mm-hmm.
So
And when the story's building and you hadn't really announced the villain, the reader already know by some things that are happening that it's kind of giving clues to who that villain is. You know, they've left something, or there's some kind of calling card, I guess you would say.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. That's legit.
Oh yeah.
like I trust readers enough. Like same way how like when we was kids, they trusted us enough to say like, hey, we trust y'all enough to say, well, we don't got to tell y'all the villain's coming, but we can show y'all this person did this, and
Mm-hmm.
then you hear this name later.
Yep.
And that's how I feel about it. Like, I hate exposition. I think I've said that before. I hate explaining how a story works to the audience. I think that's lazy. Like, what's the name of the city? Well, how about create an event in the city that you would need to name it off the city?
Right.
Yeah.
There's the festival. Maybe there's a cookout. Maybe there's a picture day at the school, or the mayor is having an election. Give an excuse to the audience so like they're not just hearing you quote things that no one would say in a real conversation.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
the war in 1912 is the reason we have this coffee shop. No one would say that. No one.
True. All right. Well, so tell us. I know I got your links that you sent, but go ahead and tell the audience and the listeners how to get up with you in case they don't like to click on my links.
Oh, definitely. A few things have updated. My website is officially live. So you
Oh, okay.
can
Awesome.
blackgodcomics.com.
Make sure you send me the link to that.
I'm gonna send you the link to that. So I also work with other authors. I made my career freelancing. So if you're an author who needs a comic book artist, my big thing is affordability. Indie creators are the future.
Mm-hmm.
We are the wave. Our ideas are what Hollywood likes to steal and run wild with. So if we create amongst each other and we don't create our ideas, Hollywood can steal from us. They have to come work with us, and that's just so Black God Comics, live character designs, everything else. You can follow Grimm Bone and other books on my Patreon at Black Comics on Patreon. So issue 2 and 3 are there. Issues of other stories I worked on, I got little pieces of, and that's where I will drop everything first. So any random new issue I'm doing, I'm just gonna drop the whole issue on Patreon. So if you follow Patreon, you kind of get direct. It's like being in the studio with me. You get access to everything. That's where it goes.
That's cool. Some like maybe on Patreon you'll do some like behind the scenes type stuff maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you want to know where Grimm Bone's really gonna go direction wise, like maybe a spoiler, but I'm used to spoiler culture. But in the Patreon, it's like you're spoiling yourself basically. Like, oh, okay, this is what he's planning. All these issues.
Yep.
And on social media, just look up Black God Comics, and you'll see my art. Mainly, I have to post artwork all over the place, so you'll see my art and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, man.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah. You got me real interested. So I'll be following along. And like I said, in a previous conversation, anytime you need to get some inspiration from the north side of things, I'm only a message away, man. I'll just send you my personal phone number in case you want to text me or something.
Mm-hmm.
A good idea, because sometimes it may take me a little time because Facebook's one of those that kind of gets stashed
Yeah, yeah,
I don't like. I look at it, but I don't look at it as much. But
right.
I'll send you my personal phone number in case you want to send me a text or something. But I got a head full of Norse stuff that I can give you, creatures and characters and all that stuff. Because I've been right now. I'm about halfway through the Icelandic sagas, so that's
Yeah.
kind of like where they wrote how we found out about different Vikings and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I,
storytelling's been around for.
I may bother you about that. I
Yeah.
thought I've been plotting some real interesting stuff. I ain't gonna say it, spoilers here. I ain't gonna say it here, but like I
I got
like I like basing my stuff with like mythological creatures a lot of the time. So
I got plenty of those.
Well, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks like everything's worked all right this time. So
yeah, I think we're going to be for a go.
yep, we really enjoyed talking to you. Don't be a stranger, man, for sure.
anytime I come in a new issue, I'll just hit you up. Say, hey, I got something new coming.
Yeah,
After Grimm Bone, there is a story I'm working on. It's more like focused on like vampires.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Invaders based on vampires and werewolves, but like in a Lord of the Rings type setting. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the next one.
Now I give you a little one on vampires. One thing that I ran across. Don't underestimate the there's soul sucking vampires. Now that everybody talks about, it ain't just blood suckers. They actually are like ones that will try to like suck somebody's soul. So that's something to look into while you're doing your research for those.
All right. You kind of hit a nail on the head a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. These thinking minds, man.
Yeah, I like that, man. But again, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Your content deserves to shine. That's where Monso Media comes in. We're your one-stop shop for exceptional editing, top-tier production, and strategic social media management. Need a professional website? We've got you covered. Want crystal clear podcast or music recordings? We deliver. At Monso Media, we elevate your brand with expertise and dedication. Discover the difference at Monso Media.
Who this is?
I don't know who that is.
Man, we missed you last week.
I know.
We hot. We in the studio. We can't see shit, but
Last 2 weeks.
yeah, that's
First week wasn't my fault, though.
Fucking fuckers laying out.
No, the first week wasn't my damn fault.
It's
Somebody
okay.
moved the time.
It's okay. Yeah, we may have moved the time and not told you. We may be trying to get rid of you and not tell you.
Man, I wouldn't be
You'll
surprised.
find out when you get the phone call.
Nah, well,
I'll
I'll be honest.
Time it's happened to me.
Well, ah, damn. That's fucked up. Well, I can assure you, if me and Dustin are trying to get rid of you, we'll be more upfront than just not talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just tell you, I ain't got time for.
We like you more than that.
Maybe somebody does.
She had a girlfriend.
Yeah, tell us all about this.
There is somebody new.
Who this unfortunate lucky lady is.
There's this unfortunate lucky lady.
Who this is? Damn, that's bad. I got you to say it.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Does she have a name?
He's been out of it so long, he don't even know how to talk.
Uh-huh.
I do. It's just one of those butterfly moments, you get like high school feeling.
Him's baby got butterflies. Now don't look.
It's the first time. It's the first time probably since I've been out of high school that I've actually felt this way truly about somebody.
Okay.
So
now look, we know them nuts be glowing in the studio here. Can't be taking that.
Well, he got to show up.
Hey, just tap it in.
He just got to. He's got to show up to the studio before he can.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
He lays out too much.
That's right.
Shit.
He's been out 2 weeks. Oh, that's almost a month.
You look a little tired, bub.
I know.
Working 2 jobs.
I've been there.
But my thing is,
in the middle of packing up, moving, trying to close on the house, we almost didn't think it was gonna go through on time because paperwork got messed up on Friday afternoon.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I just had. I got 2.5 hours of sleep last night. So
Mm-hmm.
You should have just stayed at home.
I stayed at home.
But now you're here.
I had to go to the city yesterday and today. I got a call yesterday morning that
What you gonna do in the city today? It's Sunday.
office, man, office. We went.
Oh, you work.
We
I
went-
thought you said you had to go do like some paperwork at the
No,
city.
I did it yesterday. I got a phone call yesterday morning that somebody ran through a fence.
That's messed up.
It'll still be there.
At the ballpark.
It'll be there Monday.
Yep.
It was like a big. I had to go. Like security got to play. I had to get a police report.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, new lady in your life, new house.
New house in my life.
You closing on that.
Extra job.
New job.
New job. You set on vehicles. So next you're either gonna be getting married, getting divorced, or somebody gonna get pregnant. I'm just telling you.
Or
That's the way.
combination.
Okay, one at a time.
Then you got chances.
That's what it says on your shirt. Just tapping it one at a time.
Maybe I'm the pregnant one.
It might be. It might
Possible.
That's about to change. I'm about to be put on some shots here soon.
be. Okay.
So
Yeah, you said she was an EMT, so she might be
it
getting.
ain't gonna be her, but she might be the one giving them to me.
Yeah.
I was not giving them myself. So
Talking about that, yeah, they increased
they put me on
my
Monjaro.
thyroid stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
put me on Monjaro.
I've still got to get my doctor's appointments lined up. I got to take my shot tonight, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So, talking about houses, we finally gonna get in our house.
Finally,
Yes, this Friday they're gonna give us the keys, do our little welcome home ceremony, and show us everything,
Mm.
and then we can start moving in. So, back to reality.
Yeah.
So they gonna be.
Back to mortgages.
Yeah, wash machine and dryer moving in, beds moving in, moving out of one house that we've been in for almost 2 years.
Mm.
That's pathetic. Ugh.
My brother-in-law was with my parents for 3, so
Mhm.
we're at 3. That was 3 years. So.
Yeah, that ain't no fun having two families in one house.
Mm-mm.
No.
We had 3 when we was living with Joy's family. There was 3 families in one house, and we slept in the dining room.
Oh,
In a 1.5 bath.
But not
Oh.
more than a curtain for a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had situations like that at our house where we had 3 or 4 people. We had 3 or 4
We lived there for,
people living in our house.
gosh, I don't even know how long we lived there.
That makes the whole mommy daddy
3
time
months.
really
3 months.
hard. 3 months. Yeah, that makes the whole mommy
Oh,
daddy
there wasn't
time.
none of that.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No, because the boys had to sleep with us,
Mhm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
our niece, she would just run in there in the morning.
Oh gosh.
So mommy and daddy need some time alone.
Yeah.
Not there. There wasn't no time alone. Everybody was always at home.
Yeah.
That's what they make cars
Walk
for.
by. Be like,
Yeah, you go out of the car, everybody
Oh,
comes
wait.
out of the car.
That's
yeah.
why back when you had a prelude too.
It's
Wasn't it?
like,
No, we had a Camry.
you look good. You smell good this morning. Stop it.
Yep.
Or just the old brushing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just go
Get something away
outside,
from me.
put my monk robe on.
Oh, that's right.
Burn the incense.
That's right. That's right.
Gosh,
Well, Dave, you and Miss Joe are going on a trip here for too long.
yeah, we're going to Oxford, North Carolina, the last week of March.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun. They got a whole new facility and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Saw last night they brought in a whole ass Viking ship.
What the
That's
hell?
awesome.
Yep, they got a ship, an actual Viking ship there.
Well, I want y'all to take plenty of pictures, and we can make plenty of videos for the podcast. We can make videos on
Oh, yeah.
TikTok.
Oh, we're gonna make videos.
Collaborate.
Yep, that and your boy, I'm like at 2,000 away on TikTok from being monetized.
Really?
Yep, I'm 50 away on YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Yeah, seriously,
50 away.
50 away.
Man, I remember when you didn't have 50.
I remember when I had 400.
Yeah.
Period. And it was.
I remember
like,
when you
very-
created it, it was 0.
Yeah. Actually, y'all were here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I started from 0 when we started. I actually started mine the same time we started this.
Yep.
And then I'm slowly gathering stuff for the. We got more people on our podcast apps
Yeah.
than we do like on YouTube for our channel.
Yeah.
But I figured I've got some marketing strategies for the podcast too. So.
Well, you know, old Redneck Ninja, I'll sling a business card in a minute.
We had 45 hits from those cards. It even showed me that it was from a QR code. 45. That was pretty good.
From that day?
Yeah.
From that day, it was 45 hits.
Sliding
on
them in
those.
everywhere.
Yep. Yep.
Slide them
shit.
in.
Yeah, that was actually pretty
Did it
good.
tell you like locations where they?
Yeah, it was all in Charlotte. It was all, everybody, yeah, it was funny.
Oh,
It was funny.
y'all laughed at me.
No, I didn't laugh. I was just like,
I, was
I laughed not at you.
One of those like aha
This
moments.
motherfucker's like, yeah. I like, damn, he thought of something I didn't.
I was fucking him up with the business cards.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to get him one of those mailman statues that they give him.
Yeah.
Walk door to door.
I'll do it. No, we need to give him that. Brandon used to have that damn. My son had that Pokemon dealer thing that he wore on his arm.
Hey.
Yep, there you go.
Get the money gun and shoot him out.
Yeah. I guess I had to take some of those.
Or we can do like some certain religions do and get a minivan and drive around town with the speaker on top.
Oh gosh.
The
We're saving
hey,
souls.
and a QR,
One QR code at a time.
The QR code will be on the window of the van.
Yeah, I've started
Excuse me, sir.
We're trying to reach you about your extended podcast warranty.
Pull the old one out on it.
You have a minute to take a survey?
It's for
It was
children.
funny. The other day I
For the
caught
Lord.
Jehovah Witnesses on my Ring door cam.
Gosh.
And I literally just put up a Odin door knocker.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like this. And I'm like, why'd you even get that close?
Yeah.
If we were gonna do something to you, boy, you went already in a bad shape.
Oh yeah.
But it was funny just watching them go.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
But we gotta reach everybody.
You have a minute to talk about your Lord and Savior. Don't run from the Lord.
That's what was in my mind. I was trying to couldn't.
But that's the thing is that they don't even believe in that. They try.
Oh.
You can't hide from the Lord.
That's right. Them some pitiful people.
Yeah.
We love them.
That's right. We love every damn one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we love everybody. It'd be unfortunate if we didn't love them.
I honestly can't say I love everybody. I guess I'm just.
There's a whole song called "People Loving People." That's what the world needs.
I like a whole lot of people.
There's some people that I just can't.
So there's just some people you can't walk on.
Love is a strong. Yeah.
I can't. There's some people that are not. No. I'm not going to be walking them home.
No, they get dropped off at home at 55. Mm-hmm. Out the door. Tuck and roll, bitch.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All I got to say, if there's ever a purge.
Oh, absolutely. When the bell goes off, there's some people getting it first.
Yeah. But anyway. I digress. Yeah, so we're going to go to this Viking festival. It's called the Viking Experience.
The Viking Experience.
North Carolina, yes.
Okay. I guess the next big thing after that will, y'all be waiting on August, won't you?
No, there's
you
actually
also have
another Ren fair
There's another
in April.
event.
Yes, that is one we got to plan to go
Yeah.
to.
Yes, and
It's
I
in-
think it's going to be like one of our listeners, Mike. He brought up a good point. He said that one may actually make you feel more like the Ren because it's in the mountains.
You got
Okay.
three events.
There was one.
We're talking about Highland Games.
No, this is a Ren Fest.
This is
in
there was
Lenore.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
closer to me.
Yeah.
That's actually really close to where I'm
And
from.
then there was another one. Didn't y'all say Fayetteville?
Yeah, I ain't going way down there.
Okay.
Well, that was like the foothills. It's like
You
outside
got
Hickory.
Charlotte Shout on the
Charlotte
fifth.
Shout, yeah.
Lenore's just kind of like we're near Hickory.
When is?
The Lenore one is the 12th.
No. I'm talking about the Shout.
The 5th. It's literally back to back. Like the
Yeah.
Ooh.
like next weekend.
So we're probably gonna
so the
need you for that
29th is the
weekend.
Viking
Okay.
Festival.
The
The
Shout.
5th is Charlotte Shout, and then the 12th is Lenore Renaissance Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of hate that. The only thing I hate is that we don't have anybody to help Joy drive for this Viking Festival. I feel
Yeah.
bad because I can't drive like that. I'll.
Hey, I did 11 hours.
Yeah, you did, but
Indianapolis.
And I will say, if you're going to the one in Lenore and I can get it scheduled in time, I'll be off.
yeah, but
They
there's
have
no
a place
point
to
you
stay
coming
about
all the way
halfway.
back. Nah, we'll be all right.
And I'm saying you have a place to stay about halfway to that festival.
We'll make Lenore happen.
Oh yeah, Lenore and Charlotte Shout gotta happen.
Lenore from me is like 40 minutes.
The Viking Festival, to be honest with y'all, is more on my social media thing. than it would
Yeah, that's
be.
cool.
But I can connect it to some of the Convo King stuff. You got Daniel's house moving in, your house moving in. I'm rearranging the kennel so that y'all might have an easier time in August.
Okay.
Then you're going to have to have
That's cool. We're going to go ahead and dive into 3 minutes, baby. Convo Kings in the studio. 5. YouTube, look up the Urban Northman. Check him out. Click that bell. This man said he's got 50 spots away from taking it to the next step.
Yeah, and everybody that's in now, we're not going to, like, this time we'll go to a subscription tier. So a lot of the stuff that I'm posting now is actually going to be behind a paywall. The people that are in there now may not have to worry about that.
You heard it first here. So guys, until next time, all our Royal fans, y'all keep it hot.